All things Randi at RandiRhodes.com.
Go for launch.
Speaking truth to power, the Randi Rhodes Show.
It is a time to be concerned. We are in a dangerous period.
A dire warning from FBI Director Christopher Wray that the terror threat level against the U.S. has not been this high since the emergence of ISIS.
The gaps in our intelligence are real, and it's something that we have concerns about.
Wray also testified about the rapid rise of anti-Semitism, referencing a 20-year-old Jordanian man who was arrested in Houston just last week.
Who'd been studying how to build bombs and posted online about his support for killing Jews.
According to court documents, Soheb Abouyash, seen here at a firing range, has been in direct contact with others who share a radical mindset. And in Nevada, a suspect faces charges for making violent threats toward Democratic Senator Jackie Rosen, who is Jewish.
Not in the face of an intensifying strategic competition in the
On Capitol Hill, protesters interrupted a hearing about President Biden's request for more than $100 billion in aid for Israel, Ukraine, border security, and Indo-Pacific nations like Taiwan, meant to keep China at bay.
What happens in Ukraine and what happens in Israel matters not to just Ukraine and Israel. It matters to us. It affects our national security as well.
Newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson has already introduced a bill that would only send assistance to Israel, leaving out Ukraine. It also includes cutting funding already earmarked for the IRS. Tuesday night, the White House warned that the bill is bad for Israel, for the Middle East region, and for our own national security. And if the president were presented with this bill, he would veto it.
It would be a huge mistake to separate this package.
And even Senate Republicans are siding with the administration.
For our adversaries, be they states or non-states, this is all one fight. And we have to respond in a way that recognizes that.
Yes, we do. We have to respond to the fact that Russia is working through Iran and Syria and Lebanon and Hamas and a whole bunch of other proxies for Iran. And the idea that, who the hell is Mike Johnson that he's going to decide, where the United States wants to help allies and when. And he's going to offset it with IRS money that actually makes us money. I mean, what kind of mathematicians are these that are in charge of us now? What kind of lunatic fringy guys are these now? I mean, America is falling apart, but you know what? It's only falling apart because the Republicans want it to, because the tyranny of the minority is clear, right? Mike Johnson is like he's got a majority in the House of four people, and he's now in charge of where our foreign aid is going. Wow. That's an awful lot of responsibility for a guy who we had to Google last week to figure out who he was. We're in danger. We're in a lot of danger because the thing that would serve us, the thing that would protect us, the thing that would help America would be if we sent aid into Gaza to the civilians who aren't part of Hamas, if we actually helped Israel beat Hamas and to the point where they don't exist anymore, a la the American fight against ISIS. And if we actually helped Ukraine beat back Russia from their war of aggression, that would help us. That would make America stronger, safer, better, and more respected. But, you got people in the House of Representatives who have other ideas about, America and what we should be doing. And his view of America is it should bring the apocalypse. It should usher in the apocalypse. It should make, it should make Israel into such a political hot potato that people start hating Jews. And then we all get scared. You don't know much about us. And then we all get scared and we all go back to Israel. And then, the apocalypse can, and then, your Messiah can return and then rapture you up. Only 144,000 of you are going. The rest of you, I don't know what happens to you. I never really experienced an apocalypse, so I don't really know from my own experience, like what to expect for that. But the ones that are going to be raptured up, you better have cute shoes because he's going to take you right out of your shoes. This is what they believe. And Mike Johnson is going to make sure that happens. Come on. This is foreign policy, people. This is not religion. I don't understand what's going on, but I will tell you this right now. There is a vested interest in outsiders, meaning non-Americans, in dividing not only America, not only, one against the other, which is the state that we find ourselves in to begin with, post Donald Trump's presidency, right? I mean, when Russia actually was sending out all this disinformation and misinformation, and we had the Facebook, episodes where the Russian accounts were sending out pictures of Hillary Clinton with flies and saying she smelled like sulfur, and Alex Jones was in on it, and a whole bunch of it divided the United States nice and straight down the ass crack, and that allowed for Donald Trump to win the presidency. It did that, and a little live assist from the FBI reopening the Hillary Clinton email case 11 days before the election. Oh my God. But we've experienced it. Now we know what it is. Okay, everybody understands what what went on, and that they were social media'd into believing conspiracy theories and fake things and false things about the murderous Hillary Clinton, et cetera, and that you were deprived of a decent president. Instead, you got a divided, polarized nation that just fought with each other constantly across party lines. Which is somehow explainable. It's somehow, I don't know, it's not okay, but it's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Republicans, Democrats, it's we're not supposed to get along. Dogs, cats, I guess it's like that. But now the job's got to be finished. And how do you finish the job? Well, if we know that 1 year from almost today, yeah, I wrote it on my blackboard. I know you don't understand, but I have a blackboard right there that you can't see. But it says Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. That's election day. Today is November 1st, 2023. We have 1 year left. And the goal for people who do not wish us well seems to be not only to continue the divide between Republicans and Democrats, but now to divide the Democrats. Yeah. We have to divide the Democrats, and we have to divide them over Hamas. Seriously, we have to divide them over Gaza. We have to divide America over a terrorist group that went into Israel. 2,500 of them went into Israel, killed as many people as they could, kidnapped almost 300 people, and they still have them. But the plan is to get you to rip the hostages' pictures off of any polls that it might be on, to remind you that there's a terrorist group out there that kidnapped Jews and is still holding them. And this seems to be working. It does. The Democratic Party is tearing itself apart. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.